So on the first 4 problems, I want you to do stat on all these problems. So I need you to write it down. Stat, calc, 5, and get the equation. So that's going to be number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4, and then going down number 5 as well. Okay? Once you get to number 6, 7, and 8, you need to put those in y equals. So number 7, these equations all go in y equals, trace, and see which one matches that one. Same thing for number 8, y equals, trace. But when you get to number 6, okay, these all have to be in y equals. And in order to do that, we need to solve for y. So just like we did yesterday, you need extra sheet of paper so that you can show your work. So problem number 6, I'll do just letter A. 3x plus 5y equals 15. Draw the line. Okay, what do you move first? The 3x. So the 3x moves to the other side, and what happens to it? The sign changes. So it changes to a minus 3x. And then you divide everything by the number in front of the y. Do not change the sign. So if it's positive, you're dividing by a positive so that it can cancel out. So that gives you y equals, divide 15 by 5, and divide negative 3 by 5. So when we divide 15 by 5, what does that give you? 3. And negative 3 divided by 5? Yes, because you have to do math in or inner, so it gives you negative 3 over 5x. When you put this in y equals trace, does it look like the graph that they gave you for number 6? That's how you are going to do, number 6, number 9, and 10. So 9 and 10 also have to be solved for y. Okay, I told you how to get rid of number 11 and 14. So I need you to cross out 11 and 14. Okay, so I'm going to show you how to do problem number 12. That way you know how to do number 13 and number 15. Okay, so problem number 12, I'm going to zoom in. First of all, we need to make sense of what they're talking about, okay? And also, I need you to recognize that A, B, C, and D are all in y equals. So that means that you can put them in y equals and go look at either the graph or the table and figure out which one gives you all of this, okay? So we are going to use the equations. We are going to put them in y equals, but we're going to go to the table, second graph. Okay? But before we do that, we have to read what is it talking about. So it says that Smith's Copy Center charges 7 cents for each of the first 10 copies. So the first 10 copies, write it down. The first 10 copies cost how much? 7 cents. Okay, so you're going to go in there, you're going to make copies. The first 10 is going to be 7 cents. Okay? Well, 7 cents times 10, so really it's 70 cents. Okay, 70 cents. For every copy after that, so after the 10 copies, they're going to be charging 5 cents each. Okay? So just the first 10 copies are 7 cents each, so 7 times 10 is 70. you need to be paying 70 cents for 10 copies. After that, you will be paying 5 cents each. So what would be the next one? Like, let's say if I get 11 copies. So I'm paying 70 cents for the first 10, and for each one after that would be 5 cents. So what's 5 cents plus 70? 75. So the next one would be 75, and then after that would be 80, and then after that would be 85, and so forth and so on. Got it? So we're going to put these in y equals trace, and we're going to see which one says this on the table. So everybody on the calculator right now, let's put in letter A. Y equals. Letter A says 0.05 parentheses, x minus 10, close parentheses, plus parentheses, 0.07 times 10, close the parentheses. Second trace. And I don't care about the negative numbers because we're not making negative copies. So we're going to start with the first 10 copies. How much was I supposed to pay for 10 copies? Does that say that 10 copies costs 70 cents? Yes. And every copy after that should be going up by 5 cents. Okay? 90 cents, 95 cents, $1, $1.05, $1.10, $1.15, and so forth and so on. Okay? So that is the answer, but let's go look at something that doesn't say that just to make sure that you understand. Let's put in letter B. Letter B says 0.07 parentheses, x plus 10, close parentheses, plus parentheses, 0.05 times 10. So now they're saying that the first 10 copies are 5 cents, right? Because they're multiplying 10 times 5 cents. So when I go to second graph, my first 10 copies, oh, I guess I didn't do it right. It says that my first 10 copies cost $1.90, and that's not what we agreed on, right? So, and then every copy after that, they're going up by 7 cents. That's not what the story was saying. So that's why it's not B. That's how I want you to do problem 13 and 15. I need you to see what is it that they're talking about, and then put it in y equals second graph and see which one makes sense. For problem 12, what made sense was letter A. And again, if you have any questions, raise your hand and ask me. Go ahead and go back to problem 1 and start the easy ones first, and then get to problem 13 and 15 towards the end.